Suspense. Autolite and its 96,000 dealers present tonight two stars, Mr. Charles Lawton and Miss June Havoc, in Blind Date, a suspense play produced and edited by William Spear.
Say, Hap, have you heard the one about the car that lost its head in a clutch, got its block knocked off, and hasn't had a brake since?
Slow down, Harlow. That story won't hold water.
Well, maybe not, but here's one that will. The story of the Autolite Stay Full battery, the battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. Autolite Stay Full batteries, with their greater liquid reserve, help to eliminate one of the major causes of battery failure.
Still more, Harlow?
I'll say, Hap, Autolite Stay Full batteries have extra protection with fiberglass retaining mats for longer life. Why, in tests conducted according to SAE life cycle standards, Autolite Stay Full batteries give 70% longer average life than batteries without the Stay Full features. So, folks, get an Autolite Stay Full battery. And remember, you're always right with Autolite. Oh, and a reminder, Suspense on television may be seen in many parts of the country every Tuesday night.
And now, with Blind Date, and with the performances of Charles Lawton and June Havoc, Autolite hopes once again to keep you in suspense.
The DeMarcos and Mamie had said goodbye. That left me alone backstage. I'm always late anyway. 8 acts on the bill, and I'm always the last to leave the theater. Say, just what do you mean coming into a lady's dressing room without knocking?
Hi, cutie.
I never heard of a call boy who didn't know how to say, are you decent?
Oh, relax. Take it easy. We can't all be double-jointed.
All right, what do you want?
He's outside.
Who is outside?
Some John you won't like says he's got a date with you. Oh, baby, you're closing tonight. Tomorrow you'll be in far-off Detroit. Then you'll wish you'd done the loop with me once. Come on, let's you and me do our own circuit tonight.
I have a date, thank you.
Oh.
Now, will you go out and tell him to come in, if you please?
You can do better than him.
Yeah?
Yeah, me.
Oh,
You got real talent, honey. You need somebody to watch out for you. In the profession, I mean. Now, what's a cute little trick like you taking fourth billing to a lot of hoofers?
Look.
Yeah? Oh, Gloria, baby, this is your last night.
I told you before, I don't like to be touched. By you or anybody else.
Hey, I'm beginning to think you mean it.
Get out of here.
Okay. Your stage door Johnny ain't gonna be no improvement. Believe me.
The idea, the very idea. Doggone it, where did I put that?
I believe I'm on time. The clock on the Wrigley Tower has just struck 11. I'm Vincent Hawthorne.
Oh, yes,
She
I'm...
walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies.
Huh? Come again?
I'm not what you expected, of course
Well,
not.
Won't you come in, Mr.
Hawthorne.
Here, let me take your hat, Mr.
Thank
Hawthorne.
you.
I'll only be a minute. I'm leaving Chicago. I close tonight, you know. Detroit tomorrow. I was delayed at packing and all. I'm not quite dressed. There now, that's props anyway.
A theatrical trunk. This is a big thrill to me. Gloria Le Fay. Theater. Rush. Gloria Le Fay. Trends in Bends.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, this is my first experience in meeting an artist.
Well, really?
Gloria. It's a lovely name, Gloria. It fits you. You're a very lovely girl.
I...
She had a woman's mouth with all its pearls complete. And for her eyes, what could such eyes do there but weep and weep that they were born so fair?
Huh? Well, it's something of your own.
Oh, I only wish it were. That's a narrative poem of Keats about a woman who turned into a serpent.
Well, gee, that's a cheerful little earful, I must say. And what do you got there?
That's a flower, a rose for you. Here.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, I like roses.
I thought it'd look nice in your hair, Gloria.
Oh, yeah, well, thanks a lot. That's real nice.
For your hair, yes.
Okay.
And this. Now, this is something for both of us.
Is that whiskey?
No, hardly. It's wine. It's Chablis. It has a fine bouquet. Should lend a note of cheer to our little dressing room, And 2 glasses. See, I thought of everything. Fine wine should always be sipped from crystal, don't you think?
I planned on going out and then...
Oh, yes, certainly, but I thought...
I'll only be a minute. I'll finish dressing behind the screen. Say, Mr. Hawthorne.
Oh, yes?
What's your first name?
Vincent, my dear.
Oh, Say, Vincent.
Oh, thank you.
Vincent, just so we get everything clear on both sides, well, it's a funny situation, you see, because I don't quite know
Are
how
you
to...
concerned because we are having what is called a blind date?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you read my mind. I just wanted it to be understood on both sides that I am not in the habit.
Of course not.
But lately, I've been thinking that after all, how is an artiste like myself, who spent practically all of her life training for a profession and then finally goes out on the road since vaudeville's coming back now, you know, how's she ever going to meet people?
Yeah.
You get the point?
Certainly, of course I understand that completely. We'll just have our little midnight supper.
I was
and then
coming to
that's
that. When I was a little girl, say, by the way, did you ever catch an act called Diane?
all. Diane, I'm not positive.
Well, you'd hardly have forgotten her if you had. Diane was my mother.
Oh, indeed. She was an
acrobatic dancer, yeah.
Mhm.
It's almost entirely her act that I'm doing.
Really?
Well, when we were playing Chicago once, when I was a little girl, we went to a little restaurant off the Gold Coast which enjoyed largely theatrical clientele. It's called Gregory's. I thought we'd go there. Are you game, Mr.
It
Hawthorne?
sounds delightful. You say that your mother is dead?
Yes. Diane died 3 months ago.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry, my dear.
Well, thanks. I'm so sorry. They say the
You were
food
very
at
close to your
Gregory's
mother,
is-
weren't you? She was an artiste, too. And she taught you how to accomplish all of those remarkable feats that you've been performing on the stage.
Diane taught me everything I know.
It's really remarkable what you do at the end of your act. When you stand on that chair and bend all the way back so slowly and then take the goblet of wine with your teeth and drink it.
Well, thank you. I've worked hard. Of course, either you are double-jointed or you're not.
Of course. What did she die of?
You might say that when vaudeville began to die, Mother began to die,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It wasn't the money, but with radio and... You see, you have to see a dancer, and radio...
In view of those circumstances, you could almost say that your mother was murdered.
Say, where do you live?
I was born in London.
London. We were thinking about playing Australia once.
London is a great many miles from Australia,
Gee,
Gloria.
I'd sure like to get over to London. They say Australia is
London
great.
is a very lonely place.
Palladium, I'll bet that's the
It's
biggest.
full of lonely people.
Oh, say, let's not...
The world is full of lonely people, Gloria. In your short lifetime, has that fact come to your attention?
Well, really, that kind of talk can ruin an evening. If you're going to talk like that, I don't know about us. Well, here we... Hey, what are you doing? Put away that knife.
I'm just opening our bottle, Gloria.
Oh, I told you I don't want to drink here. I want to go to Gregory's. Come on, let's put the show on the road.
Well, here's one for the road. A little glass of wine will do us both good.
No, I don't like the looks of that knife. Nobody needs a knife that big to open a bottle with.
This is a trick knife, see? You press the little button and the knife's gone, just like that. It disappears into the handle.
Well, I don't like it. People get hurt with knives.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong about that. People get... a knife's a very handy instrument.
Oh.
You know, a good knife is hard to find. A good knife is a friend, Gloria. The only friend you can depend on sometimes. They say steel is cold, but it's really warm. It's warm as the human body.
Well, just for your information, I don't like your knife, and while we're at it, I don't think I like you either.
I'm very sorry, Gloria. I'm sorry that my knife frightened you.
I don't know. I think maybe you'd better go. And
Please, Gloria, don't be angry with me. I'm most anxious to take you to Gregory's, where you once went with your mother many, many years ago.
I don't know. I think...
We'll have something that you didn't have at that time, champagne.
Well,
A quiet corner by candlelight. There'll be music.
Gee, what does a girl do when she draws a gentleman like you, huh?
Why, she has a little glass of wine to celebrate. Good. Here we go.
You haven't said anything about my dress.
It's one for you,
Thanks.
one for me.
All right. Here's to a pleasant evening, Vincent.
No, Gloria. Here's to us.
Well, okay, then. Here's to us.
Ah, yeah, that's a little better.
That's nice. Vincent, I'd like to ask you a personal question.
Certainly.
What does somebody like you do for a living?
Oh, I was a part of Rembrandt and Silvers.
Yeah? Sounds like a soft shoe act.
No, the wine merchants.
Oh. Why?
Gloria, when you bend back like you do and you drink out of that glass, is that wine you drink?
Oh, of course not. That's only colored water.
Oh. Did you know that the cork in the bottle is sometimes more expensive than the wine itself?
You don't say.
Yes, it's imported from Spain, you know. Imported, that's what costs the money, you see.
What?
You know, another thing I have wondered about. Is it true that it's bad luck to whistle in a dressing room?
Oh, that's silly. That's a chorus girl superstition. Artists, they don't worry about that.
Oh, I see. I'm most grateful that you answered my note this afternoon.
Vincent, why did you send the note to me with those 6 beautiful Cardoza sisters on the same bill?
I thought them very ordinary girls. They weren't the least beautiful, not beautiful like you.
No? Well, no.
What made you answer my note?
I had 3 birds this morning.
Birds?
Uh-huh. Tea leaves.
Oh, yes.
It means good luck, you know. And then when I got your note, naturally, I took it to Mamie. She does handwriting, too. And she said, you must be a fine gentleman. And otherwise, I wouldn't have answered you because I've never had a blind date before.
Then I'm most grateful to Mamie.
Well, I think it's about time we left.
Oh, I don't know, Gloria. I see that you have a portable phonograph.
Right,
You travel with that.
That's an old one. It's no good. It doesn't work too well. I've got to have it fixed.
I'm very fond of music, Gloria. What have you got?
It doesn't work,
Well,
honestly.
let's try one before we leave.
Hey, mister, look, now...
What about this one? Moonlight Madonna. Why, that's the music you use in your act.
It's
Just play it.
I told you, that phonograph doesn't work. Oh, come on. Why didn't you... Come on,
No, you're wrong, Gloria. I see that works fine,
Oh.
you see.
All right, now, come on. I finished my drink. Let's go.
Could we have another one and listen to the record?
No. I've had enough, and you've had enough, too. So let's get
Must
this...
you wear that fur piece?
For your information, Mr. Wise Guy, this fur piece was given to Diane by Mr. Nat Kalsheim of the Morris office and is practically unobtainable on today's market. You just can't get it nowadays. I can wear this anywhere at all.
What I mean, Gloria, is that it doesn't do you justice. Nothing is beautiful enough for a girl with lips.
Don't you touch me.
Oh.
Don't you ever touch me, see?
You shouldn't have done that.
When I was a little girl, one night I was standing in the wings watching Diane, and a stagehand kissed me on the neck, and I just... Well, he's still carrying the scar on his forehead. I took the heel of my shoe, and I hit him. And he... Listen, don't you ever try to touch me again, see? Never. Come on now, we had our wine, and it's 11:15, and we're going to go. We're going right now, do you
We
understand?
didn't hear the rest of this record, Gloria.
You get out. You get out of my dressing room.
I do not want to leave yet, Gloria.
I'll show you, you... Hey! What are you...
It's no use. I have the key.
Bill! Come in here and help me, Bill!
Bill is the name of the stage doorman that I met coming in. A liberal gratuity, a gentle hint, and he obligingly left you and me alone. Gloria.
And there we were, in the dressing room, backstage in that empty theater. Mr. Hawthorne, his knife, and me.
Autolite is bringing you Mr. Charles Lawton and Miss June Havoc in Blind Date, tonight's production in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Hey, Hap, listen to this. A letter from my old Arab pal, Hassam Ben Aud, the Karachi camel keeper. Dear Harlow, he says, you win wager. I now have a dozen droopy dromedaries dying for a drink.
What was the wager, Harlow?
Oh, I bet him Autolite Stay Full batteries could go without water longer than his camels.
Oh, no.
Why, sure. And it's like taking candy from a kid. Those Autolite Stay Full batteries need water only 3 times a year. And what's more...
More?
Sure. Autolite Stay Full batteries have more power, are packed with potent pep and punch, more life. Autolite Stay Full batteries gave 70% longer average life in recent tests based on SAE life cycle standards compared to batteries without the Stay Full features.
Is that all?
No, there's more. More life insurance. Autolite Stay Full batteries have a fiberglass retaining mat safeguarding every positive plate. So get an Autolite Stay Full battery. Remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Charles Lawton and June Havoc in Blind Date, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Get out. Get out of my dressing room.
There is no reason to be afraid of me, Gloria. You take your while and sit down and listen to the music. Here.
I don't want it!
Now, why did you do that?
Because I don't want to have another drink here. I want to leave. Unlock that door.
Now, don't you be impatient, Gloria. We'll leave in a minute.
Oh, why can't we leave now? I want to get out for some fresh air.
You aren't frightened?
No, I'm not.
And then why you...
You promised to take me to Gregory's for supper. I've done 4 shows a day for 6 days, and I'd like to relax. And tomorrow I've got to go...
you would.
Listen, I'll even change my fur piece, Mr. Hawthorne.
You know, Gloria, loneliness is a terrible thing. You can wander in a city of 1 million people and yet have no one to speak with, and you wander and you think there is no cure for loneliness, and there is a cure. As I watched you there dancing on the stage, I knew that loneliness has a cure. Just a simple kiss will banish loneliness forever.
Well, you're not going to kiss me. I'll tell you that much. I don't care how lonely you are. And I'm sick of this record, too. I wish I'd never answered your note, I'll tell you that much.
But you did answer it, and here we are.
Well, a girl can make a mistake,
No, Gloria,
you know.
you didn't make a mistake. I'm a humble man, and I apologize to you.
Unlock the door.
I have been studying you, Gloria, ever since I came into the dressing room tonight. There is more to you than just a pretty face.
Oh, that kind of talk doesn't impress me. That kind of talk will get you exactly nowhere. Unlock the door.
Now, what if I told you that you'd successfully passed the test I really have been testing?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, when first I saw you 6 days ago, I knew there was a lot more to you than just a pretty face, and that's why I've been to see you dance every day. I wanted to make sure, and I came here tonight to test you.
Well, what do you mean
When
by
I tried
that?
to kiss you, that was the test. I had to find out what you were like. A man has to be careful, too, about a girl, I mean. And when you wouldn't let me kiss you, I knew you were someone that I could... Oh, Gloria.
Yeah, I don't get you at all. Now you're almost as if you were going to cry.
I have a confession, Gloria. I have cried a great deal in my life.
Really? Have you really?
A very great deal.
Huh. Well, then, look, now that I've passed your test, you know what kind of a girl I am, don't you?
I know exactly what kind of a girl you are, Gloria.
All right, and then we understand each
Perfectly,
other.
And I know you and you know me.
All right, then, come on, let's put the show on the road.
There is just one thing.
What?
It's your dress.
What? So now it's my dress, is it?
Yes.
First it was with my fur piece, and now it's my
It's
dress.
a very, very beautiful dress, but before we go out, I would like to see you for the last time in the costume you wear for your act.
Oh, you
The
would.
green
Just
one,
what do you think?
I like the green one best with the golden spotlight.
Well, it's not here. I've already sent the trunk to the station. And
I don't believe that. What's this, then?
that's my other trunk.
You give me the key, will you?
I will
All
not.
right, then I'll open it my own way.
Put the knife away,
I
will
told
you?
you, Gloria, a knife is a very handy instrument. It's a very handy instrument to have.
Stop
with-
that! Will you stop that? You're going to break the lock. Get away from that trunk.
Don't you do that. Don't you ever try to take my knife away from me. Don't you ever try to take my knife away from me. I asked you to do a simple little thing. I asked you to wear your costume for me because you look very pretty in it. A simple thing like that would take only a minute of your time. You say it's packed and shipped, but I don't think it is. I'm going to find out whether it is. It's all right. I am going to find out. There, I got it. And here's the dress right on top. Your beautiful green
I won't put it on now, do you hear me? I won't put it on for you or for anybody else. And on top of everything else, you've broken my trunk. I just have that lock.
Go behind that screen and put it on.
I will
Go
not.
on.
All right. I'll put it on.
That's a good girl. You know, Gloria, I didn't mean anything by showing you my knife. It's only just that I want to see you. I want to see you exactly as you look when you're performing on the stage. You're so beautiful, Gloria. Your eyes are greener than the sea. You're so lovely.
And all that isn't going to make me forget that knife or what you've done either.
I'm just a humble man. I'm a human being the same as you are, but I'm only lonely, Gloria. I'm terribly, unendurably lonely.
You've got friends, all
Oh,
right.
how does that go? I have no friends, said Lamia, no, not one. My presence in wide Corinth hardly known. My parents' bones are in their dusty urns, sepulchred where no kindly incense burns. Seeing all their luckless race are dead, save me,
Out!
and I neglect the holy rite for thee. Have you put on the costume?
Yeah. Well, now, here it is. All right, now, you take your look, Mr. Hawthorne. Just... Well...
It's lovely. It is.
All right, then I can...
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, how can you perform without music?
Perform?
Why else would I ask you to put on your costume? You're going to dance for me.
I'm not putting on a special act for anybody. You see, you're not...
You can't imagine the effect that this has on me. It is the way you twist and turn slowly and silently, so slow, so lovely, and so alone. Oh, so very much alone.
Alone? How could I be alone in a theater full of people?
You can be alone in a city of 1 million people. You had no one in that theater, Gloria, even though it was crowded. And now here in your dressing room, you have me to watch you, and you can perform for me alone.
Oh. Hey, what's the idea of turning off the lights?
All but the ones around your mirror. You see, that's your spotlight.
Oh,
You're on stage now. That's for me and no one else. Don't you scream again. Don't you scream, whatever you do. That upsets me.
Look, Vincent, if I do my act for you, if I do it just the way I do it on the stage, only this time just for you, if I do it for you like that, will you please go away?
Yes, Gloria. That's all I want you to do. I just want you to do it as if you were on the stage.
All right then. Sure.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's graceful. Oh, that's so graceful. Turn and twist. Now down. Down. That's right. Go slowly. Why can't you do that for me? Why you went clumsy in the theater when all those other people were watching?
Honest, I'm sorry. It's such a small room, and when I do my kicks, I can't...
Never mind. You go on, will you?
No,
Go on.
No.
That's right. Easy. Oh, slowly. Please remember to do it slowly.
What you're going to do, and I don't know what. I just can't go on to my act anymore. I can't do it. I'm a decent, self-respecting girl, and I accepted your invitation. I thought you were going to be nice because of your handwriting. You got me so scared. No matter what you do or say, I just can't seem to please you. Why can't you go away? Why don't you get out of my dressing room and leave me alone? I hate you.
You hate me. I knew that when I came in that door tonight that you hated me, and I'm accustomed to being hated. And let me tell you something, every girl with a nice dress and a pretty face hates me, Gloria. I don't care anymore. I was lonely. I went to the theater. I saw you there on the stage. I thought you were beautiful. I thought if I could see you alone in the same costume, that if you wear it just for me and perform just for me, that I wouldn't be lonely anymore. That'd be enough. But it isn't enough.
Don't you come near me. Don't you touch me.
A kiss is the cheapest thing in the world.
No.
Now, kiss means nothing to you. To me, it means everything. A kiss would cure my loneliness, Gloria.
I'll never kiss you, I'll tell you.
I think you will. My
knife. Oh, please.
Now then, just tilt your head back. That's right. Now.
Vincent, darling.
What'd you say?
I said, darling.
Why did you say that?
What would you say if I really kissed you,
What do you mean?
When you said it, a kiss means everything to you. Do you want me to really kiss you?
I can't believe it.
Oh, I'd kiss you. Really, I would, but...
What?
No, I'm afraid of your knife.
Do you actually want to kiss me?
Yes. But the knife scares me.
Oh, I never meant to use that, Gloria. Here, you take it.
They'd been looking for him ever since he left London. They knew all about him. So they let me go. Self-defense. Loneliness is a terrible thing, he said. Well, no matter how lonesome I get, I'll never have another blind date as long as I live.
Suspense, presented by Autolite. Tonight's stars, Charles Lawton and June Havoc in Blind Date.
Mr. Lawton, if you'll release Miss Havoc from your clutches, I'd like to get her in mine.
From clutches to cliches.
Well, we might say that, yes, Mr.
All right,
Lawton.
Mr. Wilcox, I'll do that. But I may say that it's being done with a great deal of reluctance, June.
Thank you. Mr. Wilcox, I'll bet you want me to tell you about the Autolite Stay Full battery in my car, right?
I surely do, June. What is the woman's slant?
Well, Harlow, women are traditionally supposed to be unaware of an automobile's innards. However, I'm one who wants to know what's in my car.
Well, more women should, for more women drive cars today than ever before.
And an Autolite Stay Full battery is my insurance that I'll get to the studio and other appointments on schedule. I get a hurry call, step on the starter, and I'm off.
June, you've got the best car starting insurance there is with an Autolite Stay Full battery. It's made by Autolite, makers of over 400 other products for cars, trucks, airplanes, and boats in 28 Autolite plants from coast to coast. Autolite also makes complete electrical systems for many makes of America's finest cars. Batteries, spark plugs, generators, starting motors, coils, distributors. All engineered to fit together perfectly, work together perfectly, because they're a perfect team. So, friends, don't accept electrical parts that are supposed to be as good. Ask for and insist on Autolite, original factory parts at your neighborhood service station, car dealer, garage, or repair shop. Remember, you're always right with Autolite. Next Thursday, for Suspense, Van Johnson will be our star. The play is called Defense Rests, and it is, as we say,
A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Tonight's suspense play was produced and edited by William Spear and directed by Norman MacDonald. Music for Suspense is composed by Lucien Morawek and conducted by Lud Gluskin. Blind Date was a radio play by E. Jack Newman and Harrison Negley. During the next 10 weeks, Charles Lawton will appear at Eastern universities and concert halls, reading from his favorite books. June Havoc will soon be seen starring in the Universal International picture, The Story of Molly X. In the coming weeks, you will hear such stars as Edward Arnold, Betty Davis, and Victor Mature. Don't forget, next Thursday, same time, Autolite will present Suspense, starring Van Johnson.
You can buy Autolite Stay Full batteries, Autolite resistor spark plugs, Autolite electrical parts at your neighborhood Autolite dealers. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Autolite and its 96,000 dealers present Mr. Joseph Cotton in Blood Sacrifice, a suspense play produced and edited by William Spear.
Hap, me boy, here's one that'll rattle the ivory between your ears. What is it that carries water, has plates, gives continuous service, and is associated with a good tip?
A waiter.
Oh, how dumb can you be? Listen, I'll make it easy. It needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use, and it's a tough little bundle of potent energy. Now what is it?
Camel?
Oh, give me strength. Look, Slap Happy, it's the famous Autolite Stay Full battery. The battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. Why, the Stay Full has over 3 times more liquid reserve above the plates than batteries without Stay Full features.
You caught me with my brains down, Wilcox.
Glad to hear you admit it, because the Autolite Stay Full battery is known from coast to coast as the battery that gives 70% longer average life as compared to batteries without Stay Full features. And this is proven by tests conducted according to SAE life cycle standards.
You're absolutely right, Harlow.
Of course, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, with Blood Sacrifice and the performance of Joseph Cotton, Autolite hopes once again to keep you in suspense.
His dressing room. Gary, his arm through mine, his great beautiful voice purring assuringly in my ear.
It's wonderful, Johnny, wonderful. 200,000. Why, they didn't pay that for Gone with the Wind. You're a success, boy, a success.
A success, and well on the way towards being rich. On the marquee above the theater in lights, Garrick Drury in Bitter Laurel, and then in slightly smaller lights by John Scales. New clothes, best food, a fashionable hotel, new and fashionable acquaintance. And I owed it, every bit of it, to Garrick Drury. Everyone said that, everyone except Gary. We'd just finished seeing the men from the motion picture company. Gary had been charming, courteous, thoughtful, protecting my royalties, protecting his rights, and finally they were gone. Walters, Gary's valet, came into the room.
Anything else, Mr. Drury?
Not tonight. I'll pick you up in the car at the stage door at 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to see Mr. Scales to his taxi. Sure I can't drop you anywhere, John?
No, quite sure, thanks.
Glad to, you know. Oh, Walters.
Oh, yes, sir.
Bring along that play of young, what's his name, Ruggles, Buggles, you know who I mean. I promised Fanny Taylor I'd read it, but, well, it's perfectly useless, of course. We'll be playing Bitter Laurel for another 2 or 3 years yet. Eh, what, John? Well, come along. 5 minutes, Walters.
Oh, yes, sir.
Now, look here, John. Don't you worry about this movie deal. I've handled these characters before. Before! Oh, listen to that, John. Wonderful sound. The empty theater. The empty, echoing, endless theater. John, you know what?
Sure. There's a play in it. In the last scene, the actor dies in the empty, endless theater, pouring out his death on 8 pages to the ghosts of all the audience who didn't realize how great he was.
Alone. His wife's gone to,
Hollywood.
Perfect. Well, what are we waiting for, Johnny? I'll put you in your taxi, you go home and write it, bring it to me tomorrow night. We'll fix it, and there we are.
I can read the notices now.
They're sensational, aren't they?
Garrick Drury does it again. Actor's death scene draws bravos.
Sir Garrick Drury, maybe. Well, come on, we'll get you on your way.
Good night, Mr. Drury. Thought your performance was exceedingly fine tonight.
Thank you. Good night, Scotty. Waters will be right out. You can lock up.
Good night, Mr. Drury, Mr. Scales.
Good night, Scotty.
Well, this is raining. There's a cab stand right at the corner. We make a run for it. John, look out! John, are you all right?
I don't know. Knocked the breath out of me. My side. How about you? You all right?
No.
Here, let me help you. Bye.
You are hurt.
No. Just jarred up a little. No broken bones. Gary! Oh, my Lord. I picked myself up from the curb where the car had thrown me when it hit us. My side hurt and my head reeled, but Gary... I saw him stagger out from the other side of the car, saw the jagged pane of broken glass in the store window, saw the bright spurts dyeing the pavement crimson where Gary's right hand clutched his left arm. A policeman came running toward us.
Yeah, what happened?
It's Mr. Drury, officer. The car skidded over the curb, then knocked him through the window.
Here, let's have a look now.
Oh, catch him, he's going faint.
They've got him now. Oh, and no wonder. He's got an artery. Hey, you, call an ambulance, get a doctor. This man will bleed to death if we're not quick. Are you all right, sir?
I hurt the side a little, all. I feel a bit faint, but I'll be all right.
Good. We've got to stop this bleeding here. Now, help me. You put your hand right here. That's right.
Yeah.
Now, squeeze hard.
Yes.
And keep on squeezing. You over there. Come on, give us a hand. I'll take his head. You take his feet now. Easy does it. Up.
What happened? Mr.
It's
Drury!
been an accident. Walters, here. Come, give me a hand.
Hang on to the artery now.
I'm trying to now.
What is it, Mr. Sketch?
Accident. Mr. Drury cut an artery. Here. There, there's a couch in Mr. Drury's dressing room officer right around this way.
What's the matter? What happened to the light? Turn off the light.
He fainted, Gary.
I see.
All right. Here on the couch. Easy now. Down we go. Now, you, get an ambulance and a doctor.
All right.
My left arm, John? You suppose I'll lose the use of it? Lord. Well, it's lucky it's the arm in play, isn't it, John? I can always go on playing cheat. Always. The rest of my life.
My play. All the rest of his life. No. Maybe it was the blood. I began to be sick. And the officer took his strong hand and gripped the artery in Gary's arm above my own shaking fingers.
Now, you look peaking. Lie down, Mr. Scales. Let me hold that. Now, you, help rig up a tourniquet. Well, Walters, whatever your name is. Will someone try to get a doctor?
Just call for the doctor. There's no one on emergency. Everyone's out, and so are the ambulances.
Then call a private hospital. This man is bleeding to death.
Bleeding to death. This was the end, was it? No doctor on duty, and Garrick Drury bleeding to death. And then I came to. I'll find a doctor. But it was 40 minutes before the doctor finally came. 40 minutes while Garrick Drury's life seeped out from the improvised tourniquet. The doctor set down his bag and took one look.
We're still trying to get hold of an ambulance, Doctor.
Oh, never mind. We couldn't move him now anyway. There's only one thing to do. Give him a transfusion right here. Yes. Well, first we'll make a decent tourniquet. I'll test his blood for type. Oh, by the by, wait around, all of you. I have to find someone among you with type of blood that matches his.
Gary lay on a couch behind a screen in his dressing room.
I say we'll take.
And there was a plate on the table, one with a border of pink roses from which, during rehearsals, we'd often eaten hasty sandwiches. Now there were 4 round blobs of red on it. Blood. 2 blobs of mine and 2 of Gary's valet, Walters. Behind the screen, Walters was blubbering with grief while an intern, arrived at last with the ambulance, was murmuring fearfully.
But, Doctor, I can't find his pulse.
You can't. What? Wait a minute. Here, you idiot. Let me see. Yes, of course, here it is. But we must hurry or we'll be gone. Steady now, Walter, steady. We know you love him. We're doing all we can. Now, let's go look at those tests. The important thing is to give a transfusion as soon as possible.
Oh, let me give it. I'll give my life for Mr. Drury. Let me give the transfusion.
No. We'll see. I've already told you Drury's blood is type 3, very difficult. Can only give him a transfusion from someone of his own type or a type 4 universal donor. Anything else would be like giving him prussic acid. I only hope that you or Mr. Scales will do. We'll have to make sure. All right, now let me see.
The doctor bent over the plate, pouring liquid out of vials onto the red drops. I stood where I'd been standing when he put the blood onto the plate before the intern's voice had cried out.
Doctor, I can't find his pulse.
Walters and the doctor had plunged around the screen to where Gary lay unconscious. I watched while the doctor finished with the vials. Then he picked up a grease pencil from the dressing table and drew a line across the plate, cutting it in half. Then, with the pencil, he marked the side on which I stood with an S and the side on which Walters had stood with a W.
Now we'll be sure of which is which. It will take a few minutes to see if there's any agglutination. Oh, let's hope. That's all we can do is hope.
And he disappeared once again behind the screen. It was then that I noticed the one rose on the border of the plate which had been blurred in the firing. I'd noticed it before many times. I'd noticed it today in the last few minutes.
looking stupidly at it, as you do at such things. But before the doctor had marked it, before he and Walters had gone running behind the screen, then hadn't the blood rose been on the left, my left? But now it was on the right. Might Walters, in passing, have brushed it and turned it around? I stood and stared at the tiny pool on the side marked W. Little hard purple crystals were beginning to form around the edges. I looked at the side of the plate marked S, my side, supposedly. The blood was clear and bright. But what if the plate had been turned around? And the blood on the other side was mine. It was mine that was forming little purple crystals. I stood staring at the plate as the doctor came around from behind the screen.
Let's have a look at this. Well, looks as though we're in luck.
Is it mine? May I give him the transfusion, sir?
Sorry, old man. Not unless you want to murder him.
Oh.
No, but Mr. Scales here, it looks as if he were that useful animal, a universal donor. All right, Mr. Scales, let's make ready.
What?
You're it, Mr. Scales.
There's something I ought... Well, I ought to mention that...
You're not frightened, are you? There's
not that.
No danger from giving a transfusion, you know.
No.
The donor, that is.
No, I'm not
then
frightened,
come
Doctor.
around here and let's get busy. We haven't much time.
Doctor,
Hello, John, old fellow.
Okay.
What's this? Final curtain?
Don't be silly.
Such a rotten exit. Dying, Egypt. Dying.
Oh, you're not dead yet, not by a long shot.
Now, take off your coat, please, Mr. Scales, and roll up your sleeve.
Rotten exit. Rotten break for you too, John. I'll have to close the play.
Close the play. Close the play. I'm ready, Doctor.
Yes, to be sure. Now sit down here. Hold still. You will hardly notice this. Make a fist. Tight.
Fist?
That's it. Maybe feel a little dizzy for a minute afterward, but in an hour you'll be as right as rain.
That's all right.
Now still. Yeah. Not bad, was it? Lie back. That's right.
Good old John. Give it. Lord, what a publicity story this will make. Playwright at actor's bedside gives blood to save famous star's life.
If he had kept quiet, if he'd only... It might not have been too late then. But then I knew that I would never tell the doctor. I would never tell anyone. I would only wait and see. The revulsion, the contempt, the hatred that had been caged up in me for that smiling, posturing ape on the couch leaped now, clawing at the bars, howling for revenge.
Going all right, Scales?
Yes. Yes, perfectly. Thank you, Doctor.
Autolite is bringing you Joseph Cotton in Blood Sacrifice, tonight's production in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Now it's my turn, Wilcox. Riddle me this. What is it that lives a long time, has great power and endurance, and can store water?
Well, that's easy, Hap. An Autolite Stay Full battery.
Oh, no.
Yes. That Autolite Stay Full battery needs no more water than a cactus, because it has more than 3 times the liquid reserve above the plates as compared to batteries without Stay Full features.
Stop that, Wilcox, and answer my riddle.
Now, let's see now. You mentioned long life. The Autolite Stay Full battery has a fiberglass retaining mat protecting every positive plate. That accounts for its incredibly long life. Why, recent tests based on SAE life cycle standards prove that Autolite Stay Full batteries give 70% longer average life than batteries without Stay Full features.
You're not even getting warm, Wilcox.
Why, man, this Autolite Stay Full battery is tops in batteries. Talk about power, it's phenomenal. Endurance, sensational. And remember, it's the battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use.
Elephants is what I had in mind, Harlow.
But I'm right, too, Hap, because you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage our star, Joseph Cotton, in Blood Sacrifice, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I lay back there on the chair in the dressing room. The doctor had been right. There was no pain about it. I could feel little tinglings as the blood said goodbye to my body on the way to inhabiting the much bluer veins of a distinguished actor. No, I felt nothing. Only a gentle warmth after a while and a lovely serenity. And with it came little visual effects inside my closed eyelids, a kaleidoscope like they use in films to dissolve into flashbacks. That was it. Yes. I was having a flashback. I hadn't wanted to send the play to Gary in the first place, but I was new in London, and good old George Philpotts, who was handling me, said he had a hunch about it.
Everything to gain, my boy, nothing to lose. May as well try, you know. Can't get hurt trying.
Lord George, Garrick Drury, it's just not his kind of play. It's a tragedy, a bitter, cynical, disillusioned tragedy.
Well, he just may like it, you know. I'll send it along over to his hotel. We'll see.
I'd never met Gary until then, and of course, this tremendous charm of his, this flashing, winning, infectious, incomparable style of the man, when you talked to him, you were lost. And he did like the play, at least he said he liked it.
Oh, yes, wonderful idea. Very strong. Perhaps a little grim, but then these are grim times. Of course, there are one or two things that need touching up, and we may have to make a change here and there. There's never been a play produced that didn't have to have a certain amount of rewriting during rehearsal. You understand.
But I didn't understand. I was still too bewildered to understand. The man had this fantastic charm, and he'd used it. Before I was out of his office, I'd signed a contract giving me a very pretty share of the royalties, and Gary the right to make any reasonable changes he might deem necessary to the script. Reasonable changes. During rehearsals, we'd sit halfway back in the theater, and...
Oh, John, I've been thinking.
Yes?
The cocktail scene in the first act bothers me. It seems out of character.
What do you mean?
Keith wouldn't have acted that way. He'd have been shocked and hurt and angry at the change in his fiancée. He'd have denounced her and left the party. Wonderful scene, huh? And then at the very end, Keith rolls up his uniform tunic with all the decorations on it and lays it under his head for a pillow and lies down on the bench. Just a minute. A wonderful curtain line. He said, "I'll rest upon my laurels." Wonderful. Can you write it, boy?
You're not serious.
Of course I'm serious. Now, look here, Johnny. This is your play. I'm only conservative.
But that's not the play, Gary. It's all out of key with the rest of it.
Oh, yes, that reminds me. I've been a little bothered about the ending, too. Oh, it's very dramatic, of course, but just at this time, it seems in a little bad taste. Don't you think?
The play, altered, butchered, finally opened. We sat up waiting for the morning papers, and then they came. I read them, and I wanted to run away and couldn't. The voices of the critics saying to the public,
"This broken-back play is only held together by the magnificent acting of Mr. Garrick Drury."
Saccharine as it is, bitter laurel provides a personal triumph for Mr. Garrick Drury.
Nothing in the play is consistent except the assured acting of Garrick Drury.
Mr. John Scales has constructed his situations with great skill to display Mr. Drury in all his attitudes, and that is a sure recipe for success. We prophesy a long run for bitter laurel.
And run it did. There was no stopping it. I caught myself wishing Garrick Drury would die or lose his looks or his voice or his popularity so that the whole thing could be buried and forgotten. Well, now, perhaps he was going to die. I watched the blood from my veins fill up the container. I thought of the blurred rose on the plate that might have got turned around. I heard Walters still complaining about something. I listened to the doctor.
Blood won't do it at all, Walters. Lucky for Mr. Drury that Mr. Scales was around. Good man to have around. Universal donor. Blood mixes with all types.
But was it my blood or Walter's that mixed with all types? I didn't know. I couldn't be sure. Yet somehow I was sure that the plate had been turned around, and that would mean that if the doctor used my blood for a transfusion, what was it he'd said? It would be like giving Gary prussic acid. It would be murder. No one would ever know. The doctor might guess, but he would never dare speak. It would be put down to his own negligence. He came over to me and looked at the level in the container, and nodded his head approvingly, and turned to Gary again. I felt myself pulsing and drifting like a man dozing in a snowdrift.
Flower for your lapel, sir. Flower for your lapel.
Good evening, Florrie.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Drury. Looks like rain, don't
It
it?
does indeed. But then we can't complain. Well, John, you must let me run.
Here, sir. Take a flower.
Thank you, Florrie. The show must go on, you know.
Bless you. Oh, good evening, Mr. Scales.
Florrie, let me have a carnation.
Yes, sir. 2 shillings, sir.
Mm-hmm. Here you are.
Send it on for you.
Oh, thank you.
It's wonderful about your play, Mr. Scales. It's been a wonderful run. But then Mr. Drury does know how to pick them.
Yes, it looks as if it might run forever, doesn't it?
No matter what he's in, they all come to see him. Not that yours isn't a wonderful play. Mr. Drury gave me a ticket for the second night.
Oh,
He's always so thoughtful.
what'd you think of it?
I thought it was lovely. I cried ever so when Mr. Drury came back with only one arm and found his fiancée with that other fella at the cocktail party.
Exactly.
I will rest on my laurels. It was a beautiful curtain line you gave him there, Mr. Scales, and the way you put it over.
Yes, there's no one like Drury to put over that kind of line. Good evening, Florrie.
Good evening, Mr. Scales.
Bitter Laurel. Oh, good Lord, Molly, Sheridan, hello. It's good to see you. It's been months.
Look who's here. New York's rising dramatist.
Oh, no, don't. Have you seen it? I sent you tickets.
Yes. Kind of you to think of us in your busy life. Yes, we saw the show.
Oh, I know, but like a fool, I signed a contract without a controlling clause, and by the time Drury and his producer had finished knocking the script around, there wasn't...
John, it's a shame.
Now, look, let's forget the play and go have a drink together, shall we?
Oh, sorry, Opa. We have to think of our reputations, you know. Good night, John. Come along, Sherry. John. John, it was a good play. How under any circumstances could you have let them do this to it? Come along, Sherry.
Good night, John.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night.
Fine. Almost full quart. That ought to do it. Feel all right, Mr. Scales?
Yes.
Good. Now we'll throw you out of here and go to work.
The doctor ushered me out of the room onto the stage. I saw him disappearing around the screen with a flagon in his hands as I closed the door. Just as I thought. There were the reporters waiting. I sat down. I felt weak, not right at all.
Mr. Scales, how is he?
Yes,
Will he live, do they think?
Well, they think he may. They're giving him a transfusion.
Oh, with your blood. Oh, what a story.
No, please don't use that.
Oh, yes, we know how you feel, but after all...
I'm just doing what anyone else would do. He was my friend. I owed him everything.
Well, of course, but you're a hero. You don't know how people feel about Garrick Drury.
Don't I?
Oh, incidentally, Mr. Scales, we hear you've sold the screen rights of the play.
Oh, no, not yet. It was, we've been talking it over tonight. But if anything happens to Mr. Drury...
You mean we won't sell, huh?
If anything happens to Gary, Bitter Laurel will never be performed again. My hands were wet and cold, and I could feel the perspiration running down my back. My head was light, and I seemed to be walking on air. The voices of the reporters were distant and indistinct. I felt the sudden need to lie down, to rest, sleep. And the door to Gary's dressing room opened, and I saw the doctor standing there. His face and his voice were blurred.
Scales, will you come, please?
What is it?
He's complaining of a pain in his back. He did almost immediately we started the transfusion. He's asking for you.
Of course.
I just don't understand it. I don't understand. We all did our best. So much hemorrhage, shock, cardiac strain. It's always a gamble, you see, when the operation is left so late. Sometimes there is a particular idiosyncrasy. I should have preferred a direct test, but that's no good if the patient dies while you wait to make sure.
Mr. Drury. Oh, Mr. Drury.
Oh, yes. Where's Bran?
Oh, his son?
No, he's understudy.
He'll be here in a minute, Mr. Drury.
They're waiting. Bran. Fetch Bran. The curtain must go up.
Oh, I don't understand it. Yes, he's dead.
Why did he die, Doctor?
Blood transfusion, but I don't understand it. Mr. Scales is a type 4 universal donor. Still, there are sometimes personal idiosyncrasies.
Here,
I caught Walter's gaze and followed it. He was staring fascinated at the plate, which still stood on the table.
The rose. That one there that's smudged from the firing. I remember noticing it. It was originally on my right. Now it's on my left.
Ridiculous.
You did it! You turned the plate around because you knew that my blood would save him and that yours
Oh, don't be a
wouldn't.
fool, Walters. I lost everything by his death. Why should I want him dead?
You hated him. I've known, I've seen it all the time. Because of the plate.
Walter.
You killed
Don't
him!
be a fool. Too fantastic. What coroners do you know? No! What coroner...
But it happened. There. A roaring in my ears, the spastic constriction of my stomach. The room began to teeter and whirl. I staggered toward a chair. I could hear the doctor faintly as though from a long way off.
What's the matter? What is it? Easy now. It's shock.
No, here. Here, my side, where the car hit me.
Where? Show me.
Just here.
Good Lord, man. Why didn't you tell us? You're hurt. Walters.
Yes, sir.
Tell them to bring in the stretcher from the ambulance. Quickly, man.
Yes, sir.
It's ironic. When the car hit me, it was an injury to the spleen. The spleen, think of it. So you see, all the time I was giving Gary blood for a transfusion, I was bleeding to death inside myself. Ironic, isn't it? Death from shock and loss of blood. They gave me a transfusion, too. Too late. But I wouldn't have to die, they said. I would have lived if I hadn't given my blood to kill Garrick Drury.
Suspense, presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Joseph Cotton.
Simmer down, Harlow. No more of those explosive riddles.
I'm exploding with good news, Hap. The news that Autolite makes more than 400 products for cars, trucks, planes, and boats in 28 plants, coast to coast. These include complete electrical systems used as original equipment on many makes of America's finest cars. Batteries, spark plugs, generators, coils, distributors, electric windshield wipers, starting motors, bullseye sealed beam headlights. All engineered to fit together perfectly, work together perfectly, because they're a perfect team. So, folks, don't accept electrical parts supposed to be as good. Ask for and insist on Autolite original factory parts at your neighborhood service station, car dealer, garage, or repair shop. Remember, you're always right with Autolite. Next Thursday for Suspense, our star will be Cary Grant. The play is called Salvage, and it is, as we say,
A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Tonight's Suspense play was produced and edited by William Spear and directed by Norman MacDonald. Music for Suspense is composed by Lucien Morawek and conducted by Lud Gluskin. Blood Sacrifice was adapted for radio by Malcolm Meacham from the short story by Dorothy Sayers. Joseph Cotton may currently be seen in the Carol Reed production The Third Man, a David O. Selznick release.
You can buy Autolite Stay-Full batteries, Autolite resistor or regular spark plugs, Autolite electrical parts at your neighborhood Autolite dealers. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Suspense. Autolite and its 96,000 dealers present Miss Joan Bennett in Statement of Mary Blake, a suspense play produced and edited by William Spear.
Harlow, where did you get those suspenders?
Hap, my envious end man, those are Autolite Stay Full battery suspenders.
What queer animals on them? Is that a camel?
That Hap is a contented camel with a smile from hump to hump. He knows that Autolite Stay Full batteries are the batteries that need water only 3 times a year in normal car use. And that's because they have over 3 times more liquid reserve than batteries without Stay Full features.
Wow, what's this dancing dervish doing?
He's celebrating his release from camel watering. Just got a new Stay Full battery.
This is gonna kill me. Do Autolite Stay Full batteries do handstands, too?
No, on my suspenders they do, because Autolite Stay Full batteries give 70% longer average life than batteries without Stay Full features, according to recent tests based on SAE life cycle standards. And remember, too, Autolite Stay Full batteries need water only 3 times a year in normal car use.
Anything else, Wilcox?
Just one more thing. You're always right with Autolite.
And now, with Statement of Mary Blake and the performance of Miss Joan Bennett, Autolite hopes once again to keep you in suspense.
I found myself at the far end of a long corridor, the length of it stretching before me in a winding pattern. The walls of it of thick, impregnable cement. There were no windows, only a small opening high on the wall to my right. Through this, a single shaft of light fell into a pattern which told me there were iron bars on that one small window. At first, it seemed that I was alone in this place. I stood huddled and afraid, unable to move. Somehow, I had the feeling that soon I would not be alone. Then faintly, from out of the darkness ahead of me, I heard him coming with slow, shuffling footsteps. The walk of a man who has not long been without his eyes. I saw his cane first, a slim thread of white in the blackness before me. I watched it, tapping up and down in a nervous rhythm. Tapping, coming closer, closer. I felt the muscles in my throat tighten in an effort to scream. But I made no sound at all, nor did I move. I just stood there and waited, and watched him come toward me. Then in the next instant, his face was caught in the shaft of light, and I saw him very clearly. The searing marks of pain were there, and with them the lines born of brooding and evil. And I looked for a long time at that face, and I found myself wondering, if I could see behind those dark glasses, would I find in his sightless eyes any sign of repentance? I remembered suddenly how Gregory Martin had looked the first time I saw him, his tall form standing with casual poise in the doorway, that handsome face creased by the broad smile that bid me welcome into his home.
Hello, Miss Blake. Come in, won't you?
Thank you.
Here, let me take your bag.
Thanks.
Mrs. Martin isn't here just now, so I'll show you your room.
Oh?
I think you'll find it very comfortable. In fact, I hope you'll enjoy your life here and your work with me.
Oh, I'm sure I will. I'm a little overwhelmed to find myself actually about to work with the Dr. Gregory Martin.
Oh. When you've gotten your things unpacked and had the chance to catch your breath a bit, perhaps you'll join me for coffee.
Wonderful.
Then I'll show you through my laboratory.
I felt no fear at all that first day. My room was luxurious and beautiful, and the laboratory is beyond anything I'd ever imagined in its completeness. I didn't meet Lorna Martin during that first day as a member of the household, but in the evening her husband invited me to join the intimate group of friends that were gathered in front of a glowing fire in their living room.
And how about you, Professor? Yes? Let me fill your glass. I have my customary toast to make.
Yes, my boy, indeed. I want to join you on that one.
Attention, everyone. A toast. The toast. To the lovely Lorna. A woman of such abundant charm that it's Unfair, really, for one man only to call her his. But 3 years ago, she made her choice, and I found that it was such a commendable one that I, for one, think we should forgive her. And so, here's to the lovely Lorna, my wife.
I joined in Dr. Martin's toast to his wife, and at the same time studied the faces of the people who were gathered in a semicircle around the room. There was a glint on the glass of one man's pince-nez that gave his face a weird, somewhat supernatural look. He was smiling broadly in the direction of Mrs. Martin, and his teeth in the light of the fire seemed to be made entirely of gold. I looked then at Lorna. She was looking past the others at her husband, and although she was smiling, I saw that there were tears in her brown eyes. Beneath her polish and exquisite breeding, she was insecure and afraid. Late that night after the party, I was thirsty, so I put on my robe and went quietly down the carpeted stairs. The big double door that led into the living room was closed, but I could see that a lamp was lit inside the room. And then as I passed by, I heard her. She was sobbing softly. I turned quickly to go back to my room. I didn't want to be placed in the embarrassing position of hearing something I shouldn't. But before I'd gotten out of earshot, I heard her sobbing stop suddenly with a noise that sounded like the flat of a palm hand hitting hard against a cheek. Next morning, I was working with Dr. Martin and loving every minute of it. We worked silently, swiftly, with no regard for anything outside of the task immediately at hand. That is, save for one little thing. Dr. Martin seemed fascinated with a little vial of amber liquid which he kept on a desk. Twice he abandoned his work to walk over to it, lift the glass container up to the window, and study its contents, his lips forming a strange half smile.
Why, yes. Yes, that's it, of course.
What? I beg your pardon, Dr. Martin. Were you speaking to me?
Oh, no, Miss Blake. Talking to myself, I expect. Scientists frequently do, I understand.
Yes, I've heard so.
My formula, Miss Blake. I just realized it's almost the color of her hair, isn't it? Lorna's, I mean. My wife has very pretty hair, don't you think?
I think Mrs. Martin is a beautiful woman in many ways.
Well, that's a rather generous opinion to form in so short a time, isn't it? Do you always analyze people so quickly and so flatteringly? How about me, for instance?
Well, I don't think you're being fair, Doctor, but since you asked, I'd say you're a man of great charm and certainly a scientist of remarkable ability.
I should be pleased, I suppose. However, it sounds like generalities. I think I'll have to see what I can do toward creating a more specific impression. Yes. Truly beautiful color, isn't it?
I've never seen anything quite that shade of amber. What is it, Doctor?
It's a mixture of my own. I'll let you in on it someday, soon. But meanwhile, I'd advise you to keep clear of it. I think I could safely claim it to be the fastest acting poison in existence.
A new experiment, Doctor?
The most exciting experiment to which a scientific mind can apply itself. And I have every confidence that I'll be able to work it out to a successful conclusion.
Sounds challenging, Doctor. I hope I'll be allowed to work on it, too.
I assure you, my dear Miss Blake, I wouldn't attempt this particular experiment without you.
Neither of us made mention of his poison again, and indeed it seemed that the doctor had quite forgotten it. We were both working hard on the completion of his current project. Lorna Martin worked with us part of the time, and it was only then that I learned she had previously always assisted her husband with his work. It was, in fact, Lorna who suggested the final step that led him quickly to the result he had been striving for. We worked from early morning until late at night, and on the third day towards midnight, the project was completed. We had a late supper, and after a glass of liqueur, I left the doctor and his wife and went to my room. Yes?
I'm sorry. Were you asleep?
Oh, no. No, I was just sitting here relaxing, Doctor. I'm still too excited to do any sleeping.
Well, that's exactly how Lorna and I found ourselves feeling. So we decided to sit up and talk a bit over another glass of liqueur. We wondered if you'd join us. After all, this has been a three-way victory, Miss Blake. We want you in on our triumphal toast.
Oh, that's a generous thought. I'm afraid I wasn't much more than a spectator in this instance.
Oh, nonsense. Come along.
Well, I am certainly eager to talk with Mrs. Martin. I had no idea she was an active colleague of yours in the laboratory.
Oh, yes. Lorna's been of tremendous help to me. In the past, I would say she's been quite indispensable. Lorna's brilliant mind amazed me from the first moment I met her. Here we are. Lorna, my dear, Miss Blake and I were just having a most engrossing conversation, wholly about you. It seems Miss Blake has been greatly impressed by the work you've done on this idea of mine.
Oh, Dr. Martin, you're making it sound as if I'd minimized your own work. I didn't mean...
Of course you didn't. I do understand. And you needn't make apologies in my direction for your appreciation of my wife's talents. Here now. A liqueur for you, Miss Blake. Same as earlier?
Please.
There you are.
Thank you.
Lorna, dear. How about you? Your glass can stand a little replenishing, I should imagine. Let me see. No. Why, you still have some that you haven't even touched.
In the few seconds that had passed since Dr. Martin and I had entered the room, 3 distinctly sharp and clear thoughts had crossed my mind in sudden, quick succession. And each of them struck at my insides like the painful puncture of a thin, sharp blade. 1, that Dr. Martin, professionally, was insanely jealous of his wife. 2, that it was totally unlike Lorna Martin not to speak to us as we entered the room. And 3, that Dr. Martin had just gone over to his wife to make absolutely certain that she was dead.
Autolite is bringing you Miss Joan Bennett in Statement of Mary Blake, tonight's production in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Say, Harlow, can I get a pair of those Autolite Stay Full battery suspenders?
Hap, there's a catch to these suspenders.
Of course. Wouldn't be suspenders without a catch.
Well, to get a pair of these, you'll have to rave about that special feature of the Autolite Stay Full battery, the fiberglass retaining mat that protects every positive plate to keep the power-producing material in place for longer life. 70% longer life, in fact, than batteries without Stay Full features. And this is proven in recent tests based on SAE life cycle standards.
Doesn't anyone but you have a pair of those wonderful, wonderful suspenders?
No. These suspenders were made for me by a happy car owner who recently bought an Autolite Stay Full battery, the battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. Said he couldn't thank me enough for telling him about it. So, friends, see your Autolite battery dealer tomorrow. And remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage our star, Miss Joan Bennett, in Statement of Mary Blake, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I stood there, unable to speak. Dr. Martin looked at me. He was amused at my reaction to his wife's murder.
I rather think I could read your mind quite accurately at this moment, Miss Blake.
Why?
Why does one do anything? What motivates any action of man? There is a need, a desire, a want behind every action. I wanted to kill my wife. It's as simple as that.
The poison.
Yes. Come into the laboratory. The poison. We'll look for it.
It isn't on your desk. You did kill her with it, but I don't see it. And why have you made it a point to have a witness? I remember now. You talked of this as an experiment, and you told me I would work with you on it. Just what
Patience, my dear girl, patience.
And what is the next step, Doctor? To call whom? The police and tell them what?
When one discovers that one's wife has been murdered, one naturally calls in the authorities. Oh, yes, Sergeant. Listen carefully, please. This is Dr. Gregory Martin. My address is 12448 Pilgrim Drive. Would you send some men over immediately, please? My wife has just been murdered.
The complete realization of what he had done seemed to come upon me all at once. A sudden delayed shock that hit me with the impact of a hammer blow. I looked at him, and he seemed a total stranger. A maniac whose next move I could not predict. He was laughing, and while he laughed, I reached desperately behind me, closing my fingers tightly around the glass container I felt in. and I prayed that it contained something that would serve as an effective weapon against the murderer. With one quick movement, I flung it full in his laughing face. And I watched it eat away his skin like a sheet of tissue paper in a soaring flame. When the police arrived, they found Lorna Martin seated erect and beautiful in the chair in the sitting room, while her husband writhed in pain on the floor of his laboratory. I was at Dr. Martin's desk, they said. I remember lifting my eyes to follow mutely the movements of the men who streamed into the room. Through the door, I could see them bending over the body of Lorna Martin, and I watched with a strange, detached curiosity as two interns administered temporary treatment to Dr. Martin's injuries. Then they took us away. The three of us. I don't remember much about it.
Do you want to talk now? Come now, Miss Blake. We realize that you've been under a great strain. We want to find out exactly what happened, and we must know exactly what part you played. You know, in view of what has happened to Dr. Martin and his wife, a man so revered and well-known, we will be subjected to a great deal of pressure to bring someone to justice for this thing.
Justice. How can Lorna Martin ever know justice?
Let's hear your story, Miss Blake, from the beginning. There were 3 people alone in that house when this happened. And of them, only you were able to speak. Now, let's hear what you have to say. How about it? All right. You'll talk on the stand.
Will the witness please take the stand?
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
It was like a dream still. The setting now is a court of justice. And I sat numbly among strange faces and gesturing hands and questioning voices.
Please tell the court.
I could hear words tumbling
How
towards
long
me
and
and
how
then
well
float
you have
forth
known
through air,
Dr.
only to return
Gregory
with
Martin,
renewed force.
please?
Dr. Martin has been my close friend and associate for over a dozen years. His fine character cannot be questioned. He and his wife were an unusually devoted couple. This thing that has happened is shocking.
You were a frequent visitor in the Martin home for many years, Dr. Lee. Yes? Can you relate to the court any scenes you witnessed in the Martin household which might have an important bearing on this case?
I attended a gathering at the Martin home on the very night that Miss Blake first came there. She sat with us in the living room, and throughout the evening I was aware of her studying Dr. Martin with a peculiar intensity. It was extremely odd.
As the medical examiner on this case, will you please tell the court your findings which revealed the cause of Lorna Martin's death?
Mrs. Martin was poisoned. The poison was in liquid form, taken internally. It was obviously expertly prepared by someone well acquainted with scientific formulas, someone who had access to an excellently equipped laboratory.
Please tell the court whose fingerprints were found on the liqueur glass from which Lorna Martin drank the poison that killed her.
We found on the glass the prints of Mrs. Martin and those of Mary Blake.
And no others?
No, sir. No others.
Did you discover any more of the poison like that which was used to kill Mrs. Martin?
There were several drops of it left in the glass from which Mrs. Martin drank. Later, during our investigational search of the entire house, more of the poison was found.
And will you please tell the court where the remainder of that poison was found?
Yes, sir. In a perfume bottle on the dressing table in the room of Mary Blake.
The voices floated in and out and around the room. And some of the words hit against the walls and echoed back at me. Then I rode on them to the front of the room, and the voices were loud and strange, and my senses seemed blocked by them, and by a hand that pointed towards me, and a face that swung down at me like an inflated comic balloon. I almost laughed. Perhaps I did.
Can you, Mary Blake, in any way account for the fact that only Mrs. Martin's and your own fingerprints were found on the glass of poison? Can you give the court any explanation for the perfume bottle containing the remainder of the poison being found in your room? Mary Blake, can you in any way explain the testimony we have heard repeatedly during this trial of your unusually strong personal interest in Dr. Martin?
The words were strung like beads on a string and wound round and round me until I felt them so tight it seemed I couldn't breathe. Then suddenly the voice that was strangling me with the words came through to me clearer and louder than ever before. And this time the words were built in a big stick and it was carefully aimed and swung straight towards me.
The prosecution at this time is able to bring forth its most important witness. We ask, however, that due consideration be given him by all those present in this courtroom, as his condition is still very serious. He has suffered from extreme shock, and as a result of the injuries he recently sustained, he is and will forever remain totally blind. Now, clerk, will you please inform the nurse outside that she may now bring the doctor into the courtroom. The prosecution calls to the stand Dr. Gregory Martin.
He came in, seated in a wheelchair. His hands and almost all of his face, save an open slit across his mouth, swathed in thick white bandages. There was something about seeing so handsome and powerful a figure so completely incapacitated. An involuntary gasp escaped from my own lips as well as from those of every person in the crowded courtroom. Without a word being spoken, the prosecution had easily scored its most effective point. And after Dr. Martin had finished his spoken testimony, the big stick of words came down upon me with full force.
Mr. Foreman, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, how do you find the defendant?
We find the defendant guilty as charged.
Then more words. Words coming at me with final flattening blows.
This court hereby sentences you to the Women's State Penitentiary for a period of not less than 99 years.
I found myself at the far end of a long corridor, the length of it stretching before me in a winding pattern, the walls of it of thick, impregnable cement. There were no windows, save for a small opening high on the wall to my right. Through this, a single shaft of light fell into a pattern which told me that there were iron bars on that one small window. At first, it seemed that I was alone in this place. I stood huddled and afraid, unable to move. Somehow I had the feeling that soon I would not be alone. Then faintly, from out of the darkness ahead of me, I heard him coming with slow, shuffling footsteps. The walk of a man who has not long been without his eyes. I saw his cane first, a slim thread of white in the blackness before me. I watched it, tapping up and down in a nervous rhythm. Tapping, coming closer, closer. I felt the muscles in my throat tighten in an effort to scream, but I made no sound at all, nor did I move. I just stood there and waited, and watched him come toward me. Then, in the next instant, his face caught in the shaft of light, and I saw him very clearly.
Mary Blake, wake up. Come on now, get hold before you rouse the whole block. Come on now. Oh, we can't have this every night.
Oh, what's that dream? I can't stop dreaming. It isn't fair. It isn't fair. I don't belong here. I didn't do anything, but I'm here. He still won't leave me alone, not even in my sleep.
Oh, there, you see, Warden. That's the way it is every night. We can't seem to
That's
do
enough,
it.
Matron. We're releasing Mary Blake.
What did you say?
You're free, Miss Blake. The nightmare is over. Come with me, and I'll tell you what has happened. Miss Blake, the state has no way of returning these weeks of freedom it wrongly took from you, nor of erasing the shock and heartbreak you've been forced to suffer. We can only hope that it has not too deeply embittered you and hasn't totally destroyed your faith in the justice one customarily finds in our courtrooms.
There seems to be a limit to bitterness, Warden. I find that what I feel now is not a release from injustice, but a release from fear. I know that he can never reach me again, even in my dreams. How can I be so sure of that?
Well, it's another of the things that can't be accounted for rationally about this case. It leads one to wonder if some metaphysical force wasn't put to work in place of the erring machinery of justice. Miss Blake, when you blinded Dr. Martin, you limited his vision to mental images. And over the period of time that has lapsed since the day you received sentence, it seems the doctor's mind would not free him from one particular visual experience. He, too, suffered from a recurring dream, which, due to his impairment, was inflicted upon his waking as well as sleeping hours.
The dream, did he describe it?
Oh, he did, in detail. It seemed that there was... Slow, groping steps. I entered a narrow corridor. With my hands, I felt that the walls were of a thick, impregnable cement. And the tap of my cane produced an echo that told me the corridor was one of interminable winding links. I did not want to enter nor walk through it. Yet it seemed that I was forced to. And the walking seemed endless. I wanted to cry out, but could find no voice. I wanted to see a single light from a window or an open door to know that there was somewhere an end to the blackness. But there was no light and no end. I wanted to turn back, but there was no turning back and no end to my walking. And although I had the feeling of being alone in this place, I knew that I was not alone and never would be. And it was worse than being alone. For though I could not see her, and though she did not touch nor speak to me, I knew she was there. And for me, she would always be there. Mary Blake, my accuser. For she is the innocent, and I am the guilty. And for the innocent, there is always a freedom. And for the guilty, there is never an escape.
Suspense, presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Miss Joan Bennett.
Hello, I just ran out and bought a Autolite Stay Full battery. Now, do I get a pair of those wonderful suspenders?
Well, Hap, you sway me. But let me say a word about the more than 400 products made by Autolite for cars, trucks, planes, and boats in 28 plants coast to coast. These include complete electrical systems used as original equipment on many makes of America's finest cars. Spark plugs, batteries, generators, coils, distributors, electric windshield wipers, starting motors, bullseye sealed beam headlights. All engineered to fit together perfectly, work together perfectly, because they're a perfect team. So, friends, don't accept electrical parts supposed to be as good. Ask for and insist on Autolite original factory parts at your neighborhood service station, car dealer, garage, or repair shop. Remember, from bumper to tail light, you're always right with Autolite. Next Thursday for Suspense, our star will be Mr. John Lund. The play is called The Man in the Room, and it is, as we say,
a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Tonight's suspense play was produced and edited by William Spear and directed by Norman MacDonald. Music for Suspense is composed by Lucien Moraweck and conducted by Lud Bluskin. Statement of Mary Blake is an original play written for radio by Shirley Gordon. Miss Joan Bennett will soon be seen in the MGM production, Father of the Bride. In the coming weeks, you will hear such stars as Claire Trevor and Charles Boyer. Don't forget, next Thursday, same time, Autolite will present Suspense, starring John Lund.
You can buy Autolite Stay Full batteries, Autolite resistor or regular spark plugs, Autolite electrical parts at your neighborhood Autolite dealers. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Autolite and its 96,000 dealers present Suspense. Tonight, Autolite brings you Mr. Dennis O'Keefe in Very Much Like a Nightmare, a suspense play produced and edited by William Spear.
Harlow.
Yeah?
What spectacular event heralds the approach of summer?
Why, getting an Autolite Stay Full battery. The battery that has 3 times as much liquid reserve above the plates as batteries without Stay Full features. The battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use.
Come on now, Wilcox. I mean for fun, for pleasure, for excitement.
Well, so do I, Hap. What could be more fun than driving a car that has an Autolite Stay Full battery to give you extra starting dependability? What can give you greater pleasure than the knowledge that your Autolite Stay Full battery needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use? And what excitement when you find out that SAE life cycle standard tests show that Autolite Stay Full batteries give 70% longer average life than batteries without Stay Full features.
The circus is what I had in mind, Harlow. You should have seen the menagerie. Every kind of animal.
Camels?
Naturally. Wouldn't be a circus without camels.
Well, no camel can teetotal water like the Autolite Stay Full battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. Just remember, friends, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, with Very Much Like a Nightmare and the performance of Dennis O'Keefe, Autolite hopes once again to keep you in suspense.
It started out like nothing more than a small, freakish accident. The kind of thing you could tell a little sheepishly as a joke on yourself. But by the time it was over, it was very much like a nightmare. A dream you wake up from, drenched in cold sweat, shaking all over, with the clock pointing at 3 a.m. and the covers on the floor. It was only my second day back on the job after a short bout with the flu germ, and I'd been up practically all night working on a job my boss, old Hard Rock Gilman, had been kind enough to save, especially for me. As I walked into the lobby of the Nugent building, my biggest worry was simply whether the little pills my pharmacist mate Hermie had given me would keep me alive and jumping through a rather long day. Eddie, the hawk-faced kid who ran the elevator, was just about to take it up as I came in. Hold it, Eddie.
Hi, Mr. McLean. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Dupree. Didn't see you.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Prey. How are you?
Anybody for 3?
Don't think I've seen you around lately, Mr. McLean.
No, I've been playing hooky.
Lucky you. Bye, Eddie.
Have I ever let you off any other place?
Miss Dupree, though not precisely my type, was one of the rare plus qualities to be discovered in the Nugent building. She was one of the few girls I've seen around office buildings who actually looked as though they belonged in somebody's penthouse apartment. She usually tagged along with Ferris, a cocky-looking character who also worked at Circassian Brothers Importers up on 5.
5, watch your step.
Thank you, Eddie.
Miss Dupree.
Yes?
Is everything all right?
What? Oh, yes, I think so, Eddie. But maybe you'd better check with Mr. Ferris. He may want to send out for a sandwich around 11.
Okay. 7, Mr. McLean. Watch your step.
Thank you, Eddie. The morning went slowly, even with Hermes' pills to help, but at noon I resumed a pleasant custom which had been temporarily interrupted by my illness, that of having lunch with Miss Catherine Warren, a delightful young lady on whose future I had very definite, if not especially dark, designs.
Now for the gruesome lecture. What time did you go to bed last night, Bart?
Who, me? Last night? Well,
All right, then. It was this morning. It was this morning, wasn't it?
Such a charming girl to be so snoopy.
Would you like to hear about a very interesting conversation I had going down on the bus this morning with a young man named Herman?
Hermie? How a guy like that can run a prescription shop beats me. What would the doctors do if they knew he went around blabbing professional secrets?
It's you, not Hermie, I'm concerned about. And I'd like to know what makes you think it's smart to start taking dope.
Dope? Oh, that Hermie and his melodrama. All he gave me was something
to keep you from getting the sleep you ought to be getting. At this rate, you'll be back in bed again before you know it.
They're just little white pills. Perfectly harmless if you don't try to swallow the whole box. Why, Hermes says... Here, well, let's take a look for yourself. Oh, that's it. It's the wrong box.
What do you mean, wrong box?
All right. So I'm a fugitive from a drug counter. These are the other ones.
The other one?
Well, the fact is, darling, at first I was as leery about these stay-awake things as you are. I started worrying. Suppose the stuff was slow wearing off, or suppose I developed insomnia or something like that. Now, Hermes said he doubted that would happen, but just to make sure, he fixed me up with these sleeping pills.
More dope.
Oh, look, honey. It's not Gilman I'm doing this for. You know that. It's us. I wouldn't have tried to come to work.
I know, Bud. I'm sorry.
Forget it. Shall I call you tonight before I tuck myself in?
If you don't, I'll come over and toss tear gas through your window.
I made my way back toward the Nugent building, wedged very appropriately near a narrow dead-end street. About halfway down the block, I heard footsteps behind me, and then a voice, familiar enough.
McLean.
It was Ferris, Marie Dupree's boyfriend.
Hi, McLean. Hadn't seen you around lately. Been out of town?
Oh, just had to stay in for a few days. How's it with Sarkisian Brothers?
Never better. Never better. And with you?
No complaints. Say, something was said in the elevator this morning. You know, Eddie, about him picking up a sandwich for you around 11. I was wondering if that's just an arrangement with the people on your
Sandwiches?
floor.
I don't get it, Mr. McLean. Eddie's never picked up any sandwiches from me. Somebody's kidding. Oh, here we are. Going up. Oh, hi, Mr. Ferris. Mr. McLean.
Hi,
Eddie, what's this about some sandwich service you've got? And holding out on me?
Well, Eddie, I just thought I overheard you and Mr. Free say something about sending out for a sandwich, so I...
Oh, no, that was... no, you got us wrong. I never said that. I told Mr. McLean, Eddie, that it was probably some kind of kidding you and Miss Dupree were carrying on. That goes to show you should never kid on the job. Yes, sir. That's a good motto for Eddie, huh, Mr. McLean? Never kid on the job.
The three of us stood silently in the rising elevator. It seemed to me that Ferris had pushed the sandwich topic a little farther than necessary. Eddie was pretty upset. Well, why would he... Oh, well, it wasn't any of my affair. I went back into my cubbyhole to wait till 3 o'clock, the hour for which Gilman had called a conference with Fisher of Barton and Fisher, our big account. And it was in this conference that the sleep I hadn't got started creeping up on me. Out of a fleecy fog, I suddenly heard Gilman barking at me.
McLean!
Yes, huh?
Heaven's sake, what's the matter with you? You didn't get out of bed too soon, did you?
Oh, no. I'm all right, Mr. Gilman.
Oh, good. I'd appreciate your getting Mr. Fisher's brief finished up for me. I hate to ask you this, but I wonder if you'd mind getting it done before you go.
I managed an apology and stood up. My eyes burned and my neck muscles seemed to be dragging my head down as I went back to my office. It had been 10, maybe 12 hours since I had taken the last couple of stay-awake pills. If I could borrow enough energy for the next 45 minutes, I told myself I could clean up this last job and the whole blessed night would be mine for sleeping. This time I'd cut the dose in half, only take a single pill, so I shook one of the pills out of the little box and followed it with a glass of water. Then I sat down at my desk and unclipped the sheets that Gilman had given me. I don't know when it was that I noticed that the words had started running together. I looked at the papers and it was like peering through water. The bell was bonging somewhere far off in the distance, and I seemed to be lying across a bed. Slowly, I forced open my eyes and blinked while reality swam into focus. For a moment, I really didn't know where I was, and there was just silence and the lost feeling of being in the wrong place. And suddenly, I realized the bed I had seemed to be lying across was my office desk. I couldn't quite get it clear. What was I doing here? The outer office was nothing but darkness. Stiff and cramped, I stood up. I looked at my watch. 2:15. 2:15, but that's impossible. Only a few minutes ago, I looked at my watch and it was... Oh, no, it couldn't have been a few minutes ago. Gilman was here then, and Miss Tyler and the others. It can't be 2 in the morning. Oh, bright boy McLean. Hermes pills. For the second time, I'd made a stupid mistake about the pills. When I went into the washroom, I'd taken the wrong pills with me. The sleeping pills. The others were still in my top coat. I laughed again, but this time I didn't like the sound so much. Somehow it seemed too hollow, and then suddenly, standing there in the middle of the floor, 7 stories up in an empty office building, the darkness moved in on me, and I got that funny feeling as if the darkness wasn't all, as if I had something worse to contend with, like in Blind Man's Buff when you're a kid and you shrink back and hold your breath while the hand fumbles past you in the darkness. Weird as it seemed, all of a sudden it was like being on the island again with the Japanese somewhere near you and not daring to light a match and holding your breath for the darkness so thick it choked you. Holding your breath because that overloud breath might be your last.
Autolite is bringing you Dennis O'Keefe in Very Much Like a Nightmare. Tonight's production in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Harlow, one of the circus men told me that elephants drink 10 gallons of water a day.
10 gallons a day? Wow. And an Autolite Stay Full battery needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. It's the super battery that has 3 times as much liquid reserve as batteries without Stay Full features.
Yes, but the elephant is a mighty powerful critter, Wilcox.
Well, talk about power. Man, the Autolite Stay Full battery is amazing. You see, there's a fiberglass retaining mat at every positive plate to hold the power-producing material in place. That gives you advantages like extra long life, extra starting dependability.
You know, Wilcox, the elephant lives a phenomenally long life.
Yes, but think of the lifespan of the Autolite Stay Full battery. Why, according to SAE life cycle standard tests, it gives 70% longer average life than batteries without Stay Full features. And the Autolite Stay Full battery needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. So, friends, see your friendly Autolite battery dealer. And remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage our star, Dennis O'Keefe, in Very Much Like a Nightmare, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I felt my way out into the darkness beyond the door. The hall stretched out like a cave to the stairs and the faint red glow of the exit lights. The angle of the stairs at the landing, there was a window, and I pressed my face against the cool of the glass. I had to wake up. And suddenly a light fanned out over the loading platform down below. Somebody must have opened the door down there. I saw a truck and 3 or 4 men dwarfed by the distance, and the light from the door was gone, but I could still see the stabbing beams from a couple of flashlights. Who was working there at this hour? Why? And then I heard the whistling. Eddie, the elevator boy. What's he doing here at this weird hour? 2 o'clock in the morning in an empty building with no passengers? Lead-footed, I moved down 1 flight and waited there on the 6th floor, straining every cell to hear the whistling again, but I didn't. Instead, I heard something from the 5th floor, and I felt my way down toward it.
Sure, I'm laughing, Joe, because I know Marie, and I know that when she talks like this, she's not meaning half what she's saying. And then we've been drinking.
I haven't been drinking that much. We feed him everything he asks for. Line it up so that all he's got to do is walk in. And even before the stuff is out of the plate, he's ready to cheat us out of what he promised.
Marie.
So we get for letting ourselves get mixed up with it.
Now, wait a minute.
Hello, Fred. Now, I tell you something, Miss Dupree. You don't know who you're fooling with. You start calling names and you're going to get hurt worse. Lots worse. Yeah, I hit you, and that ain't all. You figure you don't get enough for what you do. You figure you're being cheated out of your cut. But I tell you something now. You open your mouth the wrong way, I handle you myself.
No, wait, Joe.
You think we're so scared of you? We'll stand for anything, don't you? Well, if I get nothing, you get nothing, too. Open my mouth. I'll open my mouth, all right. We never should. Get out of my way.
Where do you
Marie.
think you're going from?
Marie.
Back to you.
Joe.
I told you to keep your mouth shut.
What was this nightmare I'd stumbled into? If I hadn't been groggy and I looked down on the platform from 7, it would have been tipped off by the flashlights. Sir Kissian would never have had his workmen stumbling around in that sketchy light with stuff costing a small fortune. The elevator. Eddie was in on it, too, handling something a little hotter now than sandwiches. But after the doors opened, I noticed that the whistling stopped like being cut in two by a knife. The longer I stood there, the more unhealthy my position became, and then I wondered about Albert, the night watchman. Where was he? He had a gun, but suddenly I wanted to get out of there more than anything in the world. Just get out. My dash for the stairs to the 4th floor was like a slow-motion dream. Hermione's sleeping pills. I plumped to the floor just out of range of the nearing light as the elevator dropped toward me. Suddenly there it was, a nakedly lighted little room suspended in space. I was staring through its 4th wall at Eddie. His face looked sick and green as he hugged the corner there at the controls, as if nothing could make him look behind to the rear of the car where a big man I hadn't seen before held something in his arms. Something like an oversized doll whose legs dangled limply. My panic was fighting my fogginess. I stood there trying to think. Then I remembered the telephone. There was a perfectly good phone in my office. But that was 5 flights up, 5 long flights. Hadn't there been a phone on one of the other floors, a base station? I fought my way upward again and found it. I found it on the 3rd. I remembered not to close the door of the booth completely, because if I did that, the little light would flash on, and light was the last thing I wanted. I roped the phone off the hook, took a deep breath, and the coin sounded louder than a fire bell in the dead of night. Clumsily, I dialed the operator.
Number, please. Number, please.
The dope. The words wouldn't come out.
Number, please.
Police. I want the police. My palms were sweaty. I was listening with half an ear down the hall. I thought I heard a slight scuffling sound, but I couldn't be sure. Why was it taking so long?
Police department.
Hello. I'm calling from the Nugent building on 3rd Street North. There's a robbery going on here. A robbery. A girl's been killed.
What's that address? Who's calling?
My name's McLean. Bartley McLean. I work in this building. The address is...
All right, mister. Hang up that phone.
A sudden glare of the flashlight struck across my face like a fist. I shriveled to nothing inside, and I saw the man behind the gun. It wasn't Joe. It wasn't any of the men I'd expected. It was the guy I'd almost written off as gagged and tied or dead. Albert, the night watchman.
Hang it up.
Albert, I was looking for you a while ago.
Hello, police department.
It's all right. I'm McLean. Bart McLean, remember?
Will you please...
Gilman and Company up on the 7th floor.
Hang up that phone, Mr. McLean.
Hello, would you repeat?
Oh, look, you don't understand. You don't know what's going on.
I know what's going on, all right.
Oh, will you take that gun out of my face? I tell you, there's a gang of crooks in this building, Albert.
You, never should have been here tonight, Mr. McLean.
What?
Come on. We're going to see him.
Him?
Joe. Come on. Walk.
It was a trick we'd practiced 100 times for combat use, but I never tried it before when it really counted. As I came to the head of the stairs, I whirled and jumped down hard with my right hand. I heard the gun go clattering, but my timing was way off. My left never got into the play. Albert had me by the throat, and the two of us pitched down the steps toward the landing, locked together like a couple of wrestlers, but it was Albert who took the brunt of the fall. His heart was still beating. He was just knocked out, but for how long? Suppose when someone had hurt us, they must have hurt us, and the gun fall, too. The gun. Up at the top of the stairs. I had to get it. I had to get that gun. I had the gun in my hand. I didn't feel so naked now. I headed upstairs for Gilman and Company's quarters fast. The door was still ajar the way I'd left it. I slipped in and closed it behind me. I knew that maybe I had only a matter of a few minutes to get out a final SOS. Albert would come to and start talking. I stumbled over to my desk and put the gun down and started to reach for the phone.
Fellas, just stay where you are. What did I tell you, fellas? I knew our boy would be coming back to see us. Let's go in and visit Petey.
Okay, guys. Move out where we can see you.
Petey, Ferris, at least 3 of them, and everything was in their favor. My hands moved even before I thought the desk drawer was open. I slid the gun into it, then moved in front of the door.
Okay, Mac. or whatever your name is. Petey, look him over.
Yeah, sure, Joe.
Ain't you hanging around here a little late, Mac?
I went down the hall for a minute. I had some work to do. I guess I fell asleep. When I woke up, I just wanted to find out what time it was.
Hey, mister, I think you pick a bad night to work late. Petey, you wait in the hall and keep your eyes open. In 5 minutes, we'll be out of this dump. You stay here with this guy, Fez. You're no good to us downstairs, and I'm tired of looking at you. Petey, I tell you what. Think maybe we better make it easy for Fez.
Oh, no, look, Joe, I mean, no more
What are you
slugging.
talking about? What are you talking about? I mean, suppose we take this guy's tie, make a nice handcuff for him. Then these two businessmen can sit down and talk business until we're ready to go.
In a few seconds, not only were my wrists locked together, but I was sitting in the chair facing the door while Ferris slumped in the seat I wanted to have. A chair at the desk, inches away from the gun in the drawer. Ferris didn't look at me at all. Silence ticked by in ages. I shifted a little in my seat, testing Ferris, seeing if he'd notice, but I got no reaction. Just that queer look on his face. The elevator would be bringing bad news in a matter of heartbeats.
Hey, who's that?
Huh? What?
On the phone, the telephone.
Oh, the phone. Why, it's my wife, I guess. You see, I told her I'd be working late. She's probably calling to say that she's on her way down to pick me up.
Why is she coming down here? Look, Joe don't want nobody else butting in down here.
Oh, I don't want her down here any more than you do, but the phone ringing and ringing like that, she'll just figure I've dozed off and come on down.
Yeah, but Joe might... Hey, Ferris, don't you think this guy had better answer? Come over here, mister. Talk to her. Tell her,
Hello?
Tell her she don't have to
Hello,
pick you up.
Bart?
Hello, darling. I figured it was time you were calling.
Oh, it is you, Bart, darling. I've been worried out of my mind. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Hermie and I have tried to...
Oh, yes, dear, yes. I've just about wound up the work for the Warren people. I figured you were just having a little trouble putting Junior to bed.
Listen, tell her not to come down.
What is it? What are you talking about? Who is Junior? And the Warren people?
Yes, darling. Put the car back in the garage. Hermie is here. He's going to drive me home.
Hermie? Bart, Hermie's here with me. Don't you... Bart, is something wrong?
You're absolutely right, dear. Absolutely.
Oh, Bart, darling.
All right, don't talk all night.
Goodbye, darling.
Bart!
Who's this Jaime?
Why, he's a friend of mine. Sometimes we both work late, and he drives me home. I had to tell her something she'd believe. I didn't want to call him back.
Yeah, well, we'll fix that.
So he pointed me back to my chair and took the receiver off the hook. All the time, we might have been pictures on the wall for all the interest that Ferris took in us. Petey went back out in the hall, and when Ferris did speak, it was all I could do to keep from jumping out of my skin. And his face. I suddenly remembered when and where I'd seen a look like the one on Ferris's face.
Funny thing. All this time, I never knew you were married.
Oh, yes. I've been married 3 years now.
Marie and me, that's what we had in mind all the time. We figured we could make it work. We were going to get married. But you know how it is sometimes. You burn up all you make on clothes and car fare. Joe said no rough stuff. Marie just got excited. He didn't have to. He didn't have to.
All right, Ferris. Here they come. Let's roll.
Ferris, listen to me. The desk drawer in front of you. There's a gun in there. A gun.
A gun?
And Joe's coming back. There's not much time, Ferris. Right in front of you. In a desk drawer. Open it. Get the gun.
So, here's the boy who went out to find what time it was. Smart boy. Can't keep his nose out of people's business. Well, we're going to fix all that up.
Oh, look, Joe.
Shut up. We found the watchman wise guy. But one little thing we didn't find. We don't find the gun you took off of him. Now you're going to tell me where that gun is. I got something figured out for that little gun. Okay, where is it? Come on.
Ask me, why don't you, Joe? Is this what you're looking for?
Wait a minute!
shot Ferris buckled, sweeping the lamp off the desk. In the darkness, I groped for the outer office. Petey was in my path, but he was through stopping anybody. When I got to the window there at the first landing, I didn't waste motion this time in the lock, especially with my hands done up the way they were. I kicked twice, and the pane was out of the window, and then I was out. The fire escape was rickety, but it had a railing, and the cold, wonderful night air was smacking me in the face. And then, just as I realized that the throbbing in my left arm meant that not all the stray lead had missed me, I heard the music that I had been waiting for. Bless her. Bless my Catherine. Well, I'm not in the Nugent building anymore, and here at Pratis and Miles, I manage to exercise such talents and training as I have without putting too great a strain on my blood pressure. A situation which not only pleases Mrs. McLean, a girl named Catherine, but also meets with the unreserved approval of her husband. Aside from an aversion to little white pills and a tendency to sneak frequent looks at his watch long about closing time each day, that husband is reputed to have only the normal number of faults. His greatest strong point remains his memory, which is convenient equipment for anniversaries. It will also ever be cherished for reminding him that the look on the face of a fellow named Ferris was a carbon copy of the expression he had last seen the day one of the men in his outfit disobeyed orders and wiped out half a dozen belligerent Nipponese. Ferris got only 2, while the man who was protesting what had happened to his brother got twice that many. But it is possible that he died just as happy. Personally, Oh, good Lord. Look what time it is. Where's my briefcase?
Going down.
Hold it, Johnny. Make room for one more.
Suspense. Presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Dennis O'Keefe.
Harlow, you just can't beat the circus for real thrills. The suspense is terrific when the barker sings out, "Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please."
Autolite makes more than 400 products for cars, trucks, planes, and boats in 28 plants coast to coast. These include complete or perfectly, work together perfectly because they're a perfect team. So, friends, don't accept electrical parts supposed to be as good. Ask for and insist on Autolite, original factory parts, at your neighborhood service station, car dealer, garage, or repair shop. Remember, you're always right with Autolite. Next Thursday for Suspense, our star will be Mr. Edward G. Robinson. The play is called A Case of Nerves, and it is, as we say,
a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Tonight's suspense play was produced and edited by William Spear and directed by Norman MacDonald. Music for Suspense is composed by Lucien Moraweck and conducted by Lud Gluskin. Very Much Like a Nightmare is an original play written for radio by M. Carl Holman and John Michael Hayes. Dennis O'Keefe may soon be seen co-starred with Ann Sheridan in the Howard Welch production, Woman on the Run. In the coming weeks, you will hear such stars as Charles Boyer, Broderick Crawford, and Jack Carson. And don't forget, next Thursday, same time, Autolite will present Suspense, starring Edward G. Robinson.
You can buy Autolite Stay-Full batteries, Autolite resistor or regular spark plugs, Autolite electrical parts at your neighborhood Autolite dealers. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
This week marks the 16th annual observance of World Trade Week. Every one of us has a stake in the commerce our country carries on with the rest of the world. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.